At 18 years old, you put on a fighter pilot helmet for the first time, and it feels bigger than your head. Not because of the weight, because of what it means. Somewhere above you, an F-16 tears across the sky at nearly 1,500 miles per hour. The pilot inside controls a machine worth tens of millions of dollars. One mistake could destroy the aircraft. One decision could save lives. And thousands of people want that seat. Most will never get close. Because becoming a fighter pilot isn't just learning how to fly. It's surviving years of competition, physical exhaustion, academic pressure, and the constant possibility that your dream can end with a single failed check ride. The pay eventually becomes impressive. The status becomes legendary. But first, you have to earn the helmet. This is every level of fighter pilot life. From a teenager staring at jets through a fence, to leading combat missions at the edge of human performance. Before you fly a fighter jet, the Air Force wants to know if you're even capable of becoming an officer. At level 1, you enter the United States Air Force Academy. Suddenly, everyone around you was the best student somewhere else. Team captains, honor graduates, future engineers, future pilots. For the first time, being exceptional feels normal. Your days start before sunrise. Physical training, military drills, classes that seem designed to expose weaknesses. And every year, someone disappears. A failed medical exam, poor grades, a fitness test, a decision to quit. Nobody talks about it much. One day they're sitting beside you, the next day they're gone. And that's when you learn the first lesson of military aviation. The Air Force is not trying to see who wants it, they're trying to see who deserves it. The fighter jets still feel 1,000 miles away. But every exam, every workout, every evaluation is quietly deciding who gets closer and who doesn't. Graduation finally arrives. The academy is behind you. The commission is pinned to your uniform. And for a moment, it feels like you made it. Then, undergraduate pilot training begins, and you realize the competition was only warming up. At level 2, every flight is graded, every landing is graded, every radio call is graded. Everything becomes a score. The instructors don't care how badly you want wings. They care whether you can earn them. You learn emergency procedures, instrument flying, formation basics, navigation, aerodynamics. The cockpit becomes a classroom moving hundreds of miles per hour. And every student knows the same truth. Not everyone here will finish. Some struggle with landings. Some freeze under pressure. Some simply cannot keep up. Even Ethan, the cadet, everyone expected to succeed, starts falling behind. The evaluations become harder. The mistakes become more expensive, and for the first time, you sit alone in the cockpit. No instructor, no safety net, just you, the aircraft, and the sky. When the wheels leave the runway, you finally understand something. Flying is freedom. Earning the right to fly is not. After months in trainers, the F-16 feels like a different world. It's faster, louder, smaller. You climb into the cockpit for the first time. And suddenly, the aircraft isn't just a machine. It's a responsibility. Your instructors aren't just watching. The Air Force is watching. Your squadron peers are watching. You check instruments, run through the pre-flight, taxi to the runway. The engines roar. And for the first time, the jet feels like it could throw you out at Mach 1, formation flying, high G maneuvers, emergency procedures at 500 knots. Every pull of the stick tests your body, your mind, your resolve, and in the back of your head, you remember Ethan. He didn't make it. And now you see why. The helmet on your head no longer feels too big. It feels like it belongs. But the sky? The sky is still choosing who survives. The day finally arrives. No instructor, no training squadron, no safety net. Your name is now attached to an operational fighter unit. At level 4, you become mission ready. The aircraft hasn't changed. The responsibility has. The missiles under the wings are real. The fuel calculations are real. The consequences are real. You train for scenarios most people never think about. Aircraft emergencies, intercept missions, night operations, defending airspace, flying through weather that would keep most people on the ground. And sometimes, the alarm sounds. Not a training exercise, not a simulator, a scramble. The jet launches in minutes. Adrenaline takes over. Years of preparation compress into a few seconds. And suddenly the helmet isn't a symbol anymore. It's part of your job, because this level teaches the hardest lesson in fighter aviation. The mission isn't about you. It never was. Then, the deployment orders arrive. Months away from home, a different continent, a different mission. At level 5, the sky stops being a classroom. You pack your gear, your flight suit, your helmet, and everything you've spent years learning. Because now the mission isn't a simulation. The briefing room feels quieter. The jokes become shorter. The checklists become more important. Every pilot understands the same thing. Some mistakes can be fixed on the ground. Others happen at 30,000 feet. You fly long hours, monitor fuel, watch the weather, track friendly aircraft, study threats, and make decisions that have consequences far beyond your cockpit. The public sees the aircraft, the speed, the power, the afterburner. What they don't see is the responsibility, the preparation, the pressure of knowing people are depending on you to come home. And one night, standing beside your jet under a desert sky, you remember something Reaper told you years earlier. The mission was never about proving yourself. It was about doing your job well enough that nobody else has to think about it. For the first time, you understand exactly what he meant. Years of deployments and missions have passed. The Air Force notices. The top instructors select you. Now, the jet isn't just yours to fly, it's yours to teach. At level 6, you become a weapons instructor. Your days are filled with training younger pilots, passing on the tactics that once saved your life, flying in simulations that test split-second decisions, leading formation exercises, overseeing live fire drills. Every lesson, every correction, every demonstration matters. Because the students are not just learning to fly, they're learning to survive. And only a few of you ever reach this level. You wear your helmet with a new weight. Not burden. Not intimidation. Mastery. It's a helmet that carries years of experience, hundreds of flight hours, and the lives of every pilot you teach. And Reaper? He watches quietly from the sidelines, proud. Because the sky you mastered is now a classroom. Years of flying, teaching, and leading have brought you here. At level 7, you are the squadron commander. The jets are no longer just yours. The pilots are no longer just your peers. Every takeoff, every mission, every landing passes through your decision. You plan sorties, oversee maintenance schedules, monitor training, and guide young pilots. You are accountable for dozens of lives. Every call, every alert, every weather decision weighs on you. Luxury, adrenaline, and fame? They mean nothing now. The sky isn't yours. It belongs to the squadron, but the responsibility, that will always be yours. The helmet on your shelf is no longer just a symbol. It's a promise, because the next generation of pilots will wear it, and you ensured they are ready. The flights are over, the helmets are stored. The jets sit quietly on the runway. At last, you step away. Your career isn't measured by speed, missions, or medals. It's measured by the pilots who now fly under your guidance. The lessons you taught. The mistakes you helped prevent. The split-second decisions you've trained others to make. The helmet sits on your desk now. Scratched, scuffed, heavy with years of experience. And across the flight line, a young cadet steps forward, eyes wide, hands shaking. The helmet feels too big. For the first time, they understand the responsibility you carried. And you realize something important. The sky was never yours. It belonged to the next generation, and the Air Force will always fly.